Oh boy, oh boy. Okay, well, as many of you will note, and I just uploaded the trailer for the new DBZ game that's out, Battle of Z. And before I get started, I'm going to talk a little bit about what we have here. But first, I do want to remind people that my channels are moving. My old one is going to be going dark soon. So if you guys want to, keep getting videos, you're going to have to go to the new channel. I'm definitely going to be weaning the Path of Geofreed account off, moving to the new one. I have a lot more freedom on this one, so, you know. Yeah, but so if you want to do that, spread the word to people who may or may not know, etc., etc. Please do that. Now, to 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 talk about the game, what we got is definitely frankly, it's what a lot of people have been asking for quite a while. People kept saying, why can't we get Zenkai Battle Royale? Why can't we get it brought here? The plain and simple answer for that, at least, was always that it was an arcade game. They're not going to bring an arcade game here. Arcades are largely dead in the United States, so they're definitely not going to, spend a large amount of money to bring cabinets over here, translate them, keep them updated. The only places that still have them are like the larger cities, and even then, I doubt that there's going to be too much interest in, every arcade out there getting a DBZ cabinet, so there's that. But, so they did actually the next best thing. They took Zenkai Battle Royale, they took the fight system, and instead of creating a really crappy port, what they've done is they took the basic engine, the fight engine, and they redesigned it from the ground up. And they obviously have added elements. I'm not going to say it's completely fresh. They've obviously borrowed some stuff from some of their other stuff, but this is to be expected. This is a licensed game series. You can only do so much on a budget, right? You'd think people would understand that. Licensed games, contrary to popular belief, especially for a franchise that's as old as DBZ is, they don't tend to get a whole lot of money. They bring in a lot of cash, but they don't tend to get a whole lot of money from the people giving it. There are reasons for this, but moving along, you'd think that we have a trailer now, and people would start talking about it, and they'd start saying, "Oh, this looks interesting," or "Oh, whatever." And remember when I said that this fan base has this obsession with hating on a Dragon Ball Z game no matter what? Remember when I told you that as soon as we get a trailer come out, people are going to say that it's the worst thing ever, and it's doomed, and we need to boycott Namco Bandai, and it's horrible, and they're just not even trying, and They did! They did. Trailer hasn't even been out for a couple hours yet, and already people are talking about how it's horrible. The graphics are horrible. The gameplay is horrible. The gameplay that nobody has even touched yet is horrible. Why? Because teams, apparently. Because you're playing on teams. Even though it specifically says in the description of the trailer there's solo play available, but nope, because they actually enable you to fight in teams. Apparently, they've somehow warped the story to match that, and so therefore it's the game they wanted. It's the game people have been demanding. It's the game that I've seen so many people wonder, why aren't we getting this instead of Ultimate Tenkaichi? Why aren't we getting this instead of DBZ for Kinect? Why aren't we getting this instead of an HD remake of the Budokai games? Oh, and guess what? An HD remake of the Budokai games is something else that somebody had been asking for a long time. Many people wanted that. But then what happened? Oh, this set sucks because it doesn't include Budokai 2. The Budokai game everyone, for the most part, hated. Now that it wasn't there, they missed it. And because it wasn't there, this set sucked. You see? Then I mean, now you got people saying, "Oh, no, 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 this is stupid. We don't need this. This is not the perfect DBZ game. What we want is," and then they go on to list some frankly impossible things. They wanted to basically be a clone of the Storm games. Guys, I got news for you. Naruto will not play like Dragon Ball Z. Naruto does not play like Dragon Ball Z. Naruto and Dragon Ball Z are a very different breed altogether. The thing about the Dragon Ball Z games is that they have evolved to the point where, in an effort to be like the show, you can take to the air. You can go diagonally through the air. You can go up and then straight down. There is a wide range of movement. It is not, in fact, it is actually a sphere of movement depending on the terrain. You have an entire sphere you can move around in. Naruto, you have a field you can move around in, okay? And while some of the boss fights and everything might look flashy and nice, they're mostly QTE and dodging. Which is funny, because you know what? That's actually something they did do for Ultimate Tenkaichi, and you guys, you know what you did? You didn't give them credit for that. See, that's why they like the Naruto guys more than they like you. And it pains the hell out of me to say this, because they're better fans. They are better consumers. And do you know why? Instead of basically declaring them Satan whenever they do something that they're not happy about, they'll bitch about it. Oh, sure, they'll complain. They'll make their voices heard that they're not happy, which is why they're getting the stuff they wanted in that Storm 3 re-release, I believe. But see, when they don't get what they want, they're mad. Yes, but they also give them credit when they did give them good things. On the other hand, when they give you exactly what you wanted for the boss fights in Ultimate Tenkaichi, you throw a fit because why? QuickTime events. QuickTime events that are there in the Naruto boss fights that you wanted it to emulate, but it doesn't matter because it's QuickTime events. And because QuickTime events were also in the actual gameplay, which, yeah, sure, got annoying and got repetitive, you still threw a fit about QuickTime events in the boss battles, which is where they reasonably belong. That is where they reasonably belong. And you still throw a fit about it. Why? Just because it's QuickTime events. Just because it allows you to complain about the game as a whole and say it's utter crap and Namco Bandai clearly isn't trying anymore, even though they actually listened to you by incorporating that. All that good stuff. Just like they weren't listening when they gave you what you wanted with the Budokai HD collection. Just like they wouldn't be listening if they gave you your Budokai Tenkaichi HD collection. You know why? Because then you'd say, well, why can't we get a new game with this? And see, that's the other thing. Everyone says, oh, this isn't the perfect DBZ game. How hard is it to make the perfect DBZ game? All you need is this, and that. But there are like at least 4 camps. There are people who want something that's pretty much a clone of the Storm series. There are people who want something that's pretty much a clone of the old Budokai series. There are people who want something that's pretty much a clone of the Budokai Tenkaichi series. And then you have other people who want vastly different things. That camp I kind of lumped together because it's pretty much a bunch of smaller camps, and I'm not even going to go into those right now. But seriously, people are already decrying this as the worst thing ever, and we barely even have a trailer, and they're making assumptions based off the trailer, even though right in the description of that trailer it says co-op or solo play. You can go in there by yourself. You can play. You can do this by yourself. You don't need a team. You don't need... Oh my god. And just because they, might have altered things or tweaked them so that you can have a friggin' co-op thing. Guess what? What did I see? What did you see in there that didn't have people that ganged up on someone? Raditz? Nope, they ganged up on him. It was Goku and Piccolo versus him. Let's see here. Nappa? Nope. Krillin, Piccolo, Gohan, Tien all faced him, all pretty much one right after the other. Frieza? Oh, don't even get me started on how they all tried to fight Frieza. I mean, really, what did they twist? Vegeta is a great ape. They all fought him. What did they twist? What are you talking about? You say they twisted the story so that there's... What are you talking about? You didn't even see evidence of that in the trailer. And I'm sure there are probably going to be some solo fights that aren't going to be solo fights anymore, but that's livable. I mean, Raging Blast 2, there are people who thought Raging Blast 2 suddenly was a great game after Ultimate Tenkaichi came out, even though Raging Blast 2 didn't even have a story mode. which they took out because guess what? You guys kept, generically speaking, complaining about the same old story. We don't want the same old story. So they did that. They took it out. And you complained about that too. They took it out. They replaced it with something different that they thought was a bit more innovative and more creative. And you threw a fit, said, where's the story? But then when Ultimate Tenkaichi came out with the story and with the boss battles you wanted, nope, this is awful. What happened to Raging Blast 2? Why can't we get Raging Blast 3? See, that's another thing. Other people want a Raging Blast 3. Other people want a Tenkaichi 4. Other people want a Budokai 4. And they're all fighting with each other in the comments about, what the perfect DBZ game is, but then meanwhile they're turning on Namco Bandai saying, shut up, you don't listen to us because you don't give us what we want. But see, you know what? They can't listen to you because that means that even if they listen to you, they're going to alienate this camp, and this camp. If they listen to this camp, they're going to alienate this camp, and this camp. It is a lose-lose situation for them. And we are frankly lucky that we get them here at all. You keep wondering, why are there so many DBZ games that get released in Japan that never get brought here? You're why! Okay? You are why. You are the reason that they don't get brought here. Why? Because if they bring them here, all you will do is complain, and complain, and complain, and talk about what crap it is compared to what came before, which you hated in the first place. This is what I cannot stand about you. This is why I am grateful every time we get a DBZ game, even if it's not that great, because you know what? We got one, and I'm shocked that they still care enough to even give one. But you know what's funny? I'm hearing about a Japanese release for this. I'm hearing about a European release for this. I'm even hearing about Namco Bandai releasing games in South America, but they're skipping North America. What a shock! I don't know if that's going to be the case for this one, but I'd find it really dang funny seeing as how North America seems to be the one that gripes the most about their games. That would not shock me at all. Now again, as I said, the thing about Naruto games and their graphics, and the thing about Dragon Ball Z games is their graphics, is that the DBZ games do sacrifice anime clone graphics for the sake of having that freedom, that range of movement, that speed of movement, that moveset. I mean, seriously, guys, there's only so much they could do on a budget, and when you're on a budget, there's some things you have to sacrifice in order to make some other things work. I mean, look at some of these QTE games. They have some amazing graphics, but they're just QTE. And that's why they're able to be amazing graphics with QTE, because the QTE minimizes the gameplay engine, which means they can put more of their budget and more of their focus into the graphics engine. However, if they want to do gameplay and give you more of a range of gameplay, they're probably going to have to shrink the size of and take money away from the budget that they allotted to the graphics engine and put it into this. That is how stuff works. Alright? No, you know what? It's not unreasonable to want certain things. Heck, frankly, I know that my perfect DBZ game, as much as I want it, and as much as it is possible, is probably never going to happen for various reasons. Budgets for licensed games, for example. But, I can dream, and it would be awesome if it ever at one point came to fruition, sure. But the games that they give us in the meantime aren't all bad. There's some stuff to complain about in them, sure, but they're not all bad. There are good aspects to them, and we don't even give them credit for that. We just tell them the whole thing's crap, so then they even throw away the stuff that's good that you then complain isn't there in the next game, and just start from scratch and try to please as many people as they can. And in this case, they saw for the last couple of years people wanted Zenkai Battle Royale. So what did they do? They took a game based on Zenkai Battle Royale and they released it. And now you're already throwing it right back in their face. You're the problem. You are the problem. People, before we even got this trailer, I got a comment on one of my videos. People were saying before we even got this trailer, the second that there was a game announced, that this was going to suck just because it's Namco Bandai. this was going to suck just because it's a DBZ game. And they always suck because Namco Bandai doesn't listen to fans who are all asking for completely different freaking things. How am I supposed to please you? Okay, I'm going to give you the Budokai engine, but if you don't like it, you can switch and choose. You know what? I'm going to just design a game, and it'll have a menu, and on that menu you can pick what playstyle you want. Budokai, Budokai Tenkaichi, Raging Blast, or whatever. And from there, it'll completely change the... No, that is not going to happen, but you know what? That's pretty much the only way they're going to make everyone happy. The way this is going. So yeah, you know what? Normally, I am very much on the side of the consumer when it comes to this stuff, but not this time. Not this time. This time, they are doing what you asked. They are giving you a game very similar to Zenkai Battle Royale, which is what people have wanted over the last several years now. Pretty much ever since we heard about Zenkai Battle Royale, we wanted it. And they're giving us a game like it, and we're already throwing it back in their faces crap, and we haven't even gotten our hands on it. We're the problem, not them. We don't give them the proper feedback. We don't give them credit when they do something right. And when they give us what we want, we throw it back in their face like spoiled children and tell them to clean up the mess. We need to stop. We need to tell them what they did right. We need to tell them what we're not happy with. We need to give them proper feedback. Because you know what? If they can get a good reading on what they did right, they can keep what they did right and go from there. But we don't. And that's why things are never going to change. Alright guys, I'll see you later.